welcome back. You're on to the last lap of Network Africa. Since President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda secured his 5th term as president, Uganda has been plagued with a series of post-election violence. We've been in touch with renowned Ugandan journalist Joshua Poro, who lets us know that the clashes still linger in the western part of the country. He's joining us now with the latest. Joshua, thank you for joining us on Network Africa. Tell us how severe this... You're welcome. Tell us how severe these clashes have been and what really is the concern here.
Of course, you know, after the elections in Uganda, so many different sectors and members of different rebel groups, I would call it, have taken advantage of the situation and gone rogue to do or have their own vigilante activities. In western Uganda, in a district called Kasese, that is in the Rwenzori region, that is the areas around Mountain Rwenzori, there have been several clashes and murders of different people. You see, you wake up in the morning and you find that an entire family has been hacked to death. Why? It cannot be clearly known. But yesterday, the president came out to clearly state that some of these people are fighting for a cessation. They want to form what they call the Yira Republic, which is they want to secede and cut off a part of Uganda and take it with them. And President Museveni does say that they will not even remove 1 inch of Uganda's land to form the Yira Republic. Let them forget about it. He said that even Dr. Kizza Besigye, who promised members of the public in the Rwenzori region during his campaigns that he will give them the Yira Republic, will not spend the night in State House because there are people who fought for the sovereignty of this country who will not let such a thing happen. But of course, Dr. Besigye came out and reiterated saying that President Museveni, something is wrong with his head because he made no such promise to the people of the Rwenzori region about having a Yira Republic or so. So this, but it has gone on for a while. But even last year we had these clashes where people killed each other, but now they have started afresh as a result of the elections, people taking advantage of the tense situation to make it look like it's a post-election violence, but actually it's a different group of people fighting for a secession of a part of Uganda.
Joshua, run that by me again, because I'm not sure I actually got what you said about who's really behind these clashes, because some people are blaming some political groups of instigating this violence.
Well, of course, politics is a part of the system. You cannot eliminate politics. That is why these people are planning a secession, because it's definitely political. But saying that there is a political group which is responsible for these clashes, we cannot very independently verify that as per se. President Museveni did say that the Forum for Democratic Change's Dr. Kizza Besigye is the one who promised the people in the Rwenzori region the Yira Republic. A Yira Republic is a country that they plan to secede and take away from Uganda. So if it is true that Dr. Besigye promised the people, then that means FDC is responsible for this. But Dr. Besigye comes out to clearly and categorically say that something must be wrong with President Museveni because he made no such promise. He did not tell anyone that he will be giving them a Yira Republic because Uganda is one country. There is no need to separate. The people who want to create the Yira Republic are saying that they have been marginalized by government. But President Museveni is saying that the NRM government, which is his party, which is the National Resistance Movement, have even got accolades for the observance of the rights of even the smallest marginalized groups. They say that they have fought for the rights of people all over Africa, looking at in the Democratic Republic of Congo, in the South Sudan, in Somalia, they're fighting for the rights of people. So there is no way in which his government will, for any reason, forsake or underlook a group of people who are marginalized. So as per now, it's difficult to tell that there is a particular political group which is instigating the fights in the Rwenzori region. But also, it's quite tricky to state because after the clashes, the king of the people in that region.
Joshua, just before we lose you, because I think somehow we're losing the connection. I don't know why, but is the government using force on these protesters, on people who are instigating the clashes? Is the government also applying force in this situation? Are people being wounded by government security forces in the region?
Well, about 2 weeks ago, different people were shot dead by members of the security force. And I can assure you that no justice has been served because nobody from the force, that is to say the Uganda People's Defense Forces or the UPDF or the Uganda police, has been brought to justice for shooting dead unarmed protesters. But as per this week, the president is actually deployed in the Rwenzori region. If you notice, our president is a military man, is a retired soldier and a general for that matter. He has gone to camp in the Rwenzori region, put on his military attire and got his gun, and he is patrolling the bushes of the Rwenzori region by himself, assuring people that the security of Uganda is quite guaranteed as long as he is still in charge. But as per now, there is no one who has yet been killed or shot dead by the security forces. But I can assure you that over 5,000 soldiers have deployed only within the Rwenzori region, and that is quite a big number because 5,000 is almost the number Uganda is sending to Somalia. So at this point, none has.
I'm afraid that's where we'll have to leave the discussion. Joshua, thank you for joining us on Network Africa to let us know more about what's going on in Uganda as regards the clashes which are being instigated supposedly by political people who are interested in upturning the government. Now, Greece has condemned Macedonia's indiscriminate use of force against Indomini refugees as dangerous and deplorable. The doctors saying they treated about 200 people for tear gas and 34 of them for trauma after clashes with border forces. Migrants are from Syria, Libya, as well as other Middle Eastern countries which have been hit by crisis.
We treated around 200 people for tear gas. Mostly men, but also women and children under 5 years old. We had around 34 trauma patients. We also had some people come in with the body pains, bruises that they claim were from beatings from the Firon police. And we also referred, I think, around 7 patients to the local hospital. With open wounds, suspected fractures, and more serious injuries.
That's all we are at Network Africa today. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani.